know what? I will take a freebie gives any time of the day. I'm not sure exactly what this is for, but 2,500 water stones, I will take it, dude. If it's to make up for the imbalance of the event, I don't know if 2,500 is going to do it, but I am not one to complain about free stuff. Anyway, we've got free stuff in DML, but we also have news on the new Dragonmaster pass and the changes that are actually coming to the pass. So, if you didn't invest into the original Dragonmaster pass like I didn't, maybe now it might be worth it. And we've got this new Fairy Dust Dragon, which I am assuming is coming as part of this pass, because I haven't really looked at all of the milestone rewards yet. So this is the new dragon. And then these are, I guess, the tiers of the Dragonmaster pass. So we've got the regular version and the premium pass version. And season points, we can go all the way up to 10,000. And it seems like there's actually a lot of rewards on this one. I mean, what have we got? 50 gems, portal gems, VIP ticket, dragon furies, relics of hatching, arena gems, a banana dragon. It's kind of like the agave dragon before. Fairy dust dragon part. So indeed, this will be the major reward. We have gems, card dragon pack tickets. What do we have towards the bottom? Nurture dragon, breeding token, block dragon, premium sigil chest, 6.5 million gold, premium sigil, 3 premium sigil chests. Huh. Interesting. And 5 extra den sigils, 300 gems. Not bad. And in the free version, we've got 75 gems, sigils of breeding. Sigils of breeding? I assume that's just breeding tokens or like the relics. And extra den relics. Sounds good. So, I guess the big question for everyone is, how has this actually changed? Because if nothing's changed about the way that we get points, then this is all useless anyway, because last time, most players didn't even end up finishing half of the Dragonmaster pass, which is pretty sad, to be honest. I was lucky that I was hatching fire dragons and I had some extra divines, but that has now changed. So, this is what Adam posted a little bit earlier. Next Monday, we will be launching our second Dragonmaster Pass, which will run from the 3rd of August through to the 6th of September. Based on your feedback, it was clear we had some work to do to improve the feature. Yeah. With that in mind, we've adjusted a number of things that will hopefully make the Dragonmaster Pass a bit more interesting to every kind of DML player. For starters, we've increased the value of the prizes that you'll be able to claim, from larger amounts of gems to useful relics, tickets, and more sigil chests. Yeah, I noticed those 3 premium sigil chests. We've increased the value that you'll get from the Dragonmaster Pass. I've included the full list of rewards in this post, but you may also see that the brand new Fairy Dust Dragon is a much easier goal this time around. I didn't really check that, but what's the highest level? 4,200 points. If you have the premium pass, that is going to get you every single piece of the fairy dust, if I am reading this correctly. So, yeah, sounds good. That's about half of the pass. So, we've also increased the hatching time bonus that is unlocked when purchasing the premium pass, reducing hatching times by 20%. That's a double. That's actually quite big, because reducing hatching timers, especially during major events, really useful. So that might actually make this a little bit more appealing. But most important are the season points you will need to earn. While you need to collect 10,000 season points to unlock every single reward, now you will have 5 weeks to achieve that rather than the previous 3. We've got a bonus 2 weeks. Additionally, during the season pass, we will have 4 different events that will provide 350 season points as part of their milestone rewards for a total of 1,400. Still don't really like those numbers there, but anyway, moving on. There have also been changes to the season points earned for breeding and hatching dragons, which are, for a common, you get 0, which means no more hatching fire dragons. Uncommons, you get 10. Rares, you get 20. Epics, you get 50. Legendary, you get 100. And Divine and Ancients, you only get 300. So that is down from 1,000. Based on your feedback, we didn't want players to feel compelled to constantly breed fire dragons, so we've completely removed the points earned from breeding and hatching this type of dragon. Okay, can I just rephrase this sentence right here? So based on your feedback, we didn't really like the fact that players were able to get free rewards by breeding fire dragons. So we completely removed the option. I think that's a different way of wording that would be more honest. Additionally, we have reduced the high value of divine and ancient dragons to reduce the unfair advantage gained from players that happen to have a spare one of these dragons, and to reduce the temptation to hoard these powerful dragons. So let me rephrase this paragraph, or this half of the sentence or paragraph as well. Additionally, we've reduced the high value of divine and ancient dragons to reduce how good any duplicate dragons are, despite the fact that they have zero value anyway, and the amount of effort that you go to get all of these duplicates is now worth absolutely nothing once again. So now your temptation to hoard dragons that you wouldn't remove from your inventory anyway now means that they will never be removed. Good, I'm glad that we've actually pulled apart what this actually means. Moving on. The season points earned from daily tests and the third daily test milestone will remain the same, meaning a potential total of 3,150 season points for the event. The bonus earned for Dragon of the Week or Dragon of the Month is now 300%, meaning you'll earn 4 times the points when breeding and hatching these time-limited dragons. So, they have made it so that Dragons of the Week and Dragons of the Month are somewhat more worthwhile, but I do hope that they have fixed the fact that the way that the Dragonmaster Pass worked before was if you hatched a Dragon of the Week, but it was just outside the time when it was available. So, for instance, say you go in game, you breed the Dragon of the Week, but then between the time that you breed it and you actually get it hatched, then when you hatch it, if it's outside of the Dragon of the Week, you don't get the points. Or the additional points, I guess I should say. So if they haven't fixed that, that's not going to fix one of the major complaints about the Dragonmaster Pass. Because it's like, imagine if there's only 1 day left to breed Musical, and say you breed it. That's a 2-day breeding time, and then you hatch it next month, but then you get nothing for it. That was a huge complaint last time, and it will continue to be a huge complaint, so I sincerely hope that they have altered that. They don't mention it here, but I do hope that that is the case. But I get it in this paragraph here where they said they didn't want players to feel compelled to breed and hatch fire dragons, because no one was breeding fire dragons, we were hatching them. But to completely remove the option away from players, it was one of the only things we've ever had in game, apart from the divine reveals way back, years back now. It was one of the few things in game where you could just sit there and grind and get something out of doing it. It was one of the few things in the game where you could just sit down and go, I've got 2 hours, I'm gonna sit there and grind for points so that I don't have to grind these other awful events. It was one of the few things that we had in game where we could actually do that. And I did it immediately. I took advantage of that as soon as it was here. Because even if you make this game horrifically grindy with how the Enchantment League is, if you allow me to choose when I want to play this game and when I want to grind, that makes it feel 20 times better than it does now that, in fact, infinitely, it feels worse now that the option has been completely removed from our options. You could just keep the option in. There's nothing wrong with keeping it in just to make it easier for players that want to grind to hit the rewards. It's like, it was so close to doing the right thing, but rather than giving players the option of doing it one way and just making it more player friendly, it's always one or the other, and it's really starting to bug me quite a lot, because they could have just not done that. Whatever, dude. I'm actually pretty annoyed now that I've thought about it, and of course the game crashes. Whew, boy. I genuinely thought, reading some of the things that they've said, you know, or reduced to hatching times by more, they've added more events, you know, they've reduced the amount of rewards, or the amount that you have to grind for certain rewards. You can get all the pieces for fairy dust easier. You know, it was sounding great until they said that. Because I get it, most players weren't using the fire dragon hatching strat anyway. By the way, count how many times it takes me before the game doesn't crash while I try and breed. But it's just this constant need to remove any choice from the players. Wait, you can choose to do the event this way, which is not quite the way that we intended? Nope, that's getting removed next patch. You know, I just don't see any logical reason, if they were being reasonable, why they would take it away. And am I ever going to be able to actually breed for this dragon, or are we just going to be stuck in break hell? How long has this bug been in the game for? 3 years? 2.5 years? Dudes, I'm going insane. I'm actually going insane. I planned on going into this feeling quite positive from the sounds of what I've heard. And now the game has crashed 4 times. Hallelujah. This is where I actually forget what the combo is. No, that's the combo. 8 hours, that's not the dragon that I want. Whatever, that was all for absolutely nothing. I'm glad that we've gotten to this stage now. Look, at the same time, don't forget that the DRAGONMASTER pass is going to be cheaper at the beginning, so if you decide to wait, then it's going to end up costing you more money. At least I'm assuming it's going to go on sale at the beginning. But again, if you want to know what the DRAGONMASTER pass is, it's literally just buying the Waterstone Shrine. It just has a different name. Whatever you see in these milestone rewards, it's exactly the same thing. It just has a different name. It's not any more exciting, it's not any more thrilling, it's not interactive, and now they have essentially made it like this where you can't actually grind for points just in your off time. I didn't think it was fun having to sit there and grind for those fire dragon points, but it's the fact that they could have just left it in. There was no reason to have to take that away. You say, oh, we don't want players to feel compelled to have to hatch them. Well, if you just give them more points in general, they won't feel compelled to do it. They'll just play the events. You don't have to have it so that you have to balance it around the fact that they can earn fire dragons. Why can't you just have both? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying by this point, but it's just getting more and more obvious that they don't care whatsoever about players. And you know what they always say about people? Everyone's different, everyone's their own person. You know, don't judge people. Everyone has their own stories and ways of handling things. And then when it comes to DML, it's like, yeah, you have to log in at precisely this moment that we deem that you have to. If you're a PC player, you're just gonna get boned in every event you ever play. You know, if you play on the game in China, then you're just gonna have a completely different game, which is gonna be nothing like anyone else. I blame China more for that than game loss, but it's just, we understand in real life that everyone has different things going on in life, and this game doesn't cater to anyone. In fact, it's horrible to everyone. And then we have these battles, which are becoming so difficult that even I can't do them, and I'm only on, what, chapter 14? I am going to... yeah, I guess we'll do this. I'm not even going to read this story because I am so done with this event. I don't care. Because a lot of people are at this point where it's like, okay, I've got this battle, so I'll use my Dragon Fury potion. This'll help, right? And, I mean, we'll take these two. How many hits is that? 64. That was, like, 0 damage. That was pretty much 0 damage. A lot of people are struggling with these fights, like, a lot, because these enemies are getting to 11 levels higher than our dragons, which is a lot to expect players to have to deal with. If you don't have super high damage teams, or say you don't have great sigils, then a lot of the times you are going to struggle. I'm lucky in the fact that I'm pretty sure I've got a good set of synergies going. I've got lots of acceptance. I've got Nezha, who is super good for support. But some people just didn't make their teams like this, and they just get super penalized for playing the game as you'd probably expect. This one was a lot easier than the last one, thank goodness gracious me. But that is a bonus 8 tickets, and again, we're on chapter 14 now. There's, what is that, 21 chapters, or is that 20 chapters that we've got to go through? So, I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't really care at this point. But, you know, again, it's so sad. I was genuinely thinking positive thoughts. Wait, 21? What? Why 21? Did I get an extra piece for opening a yellow chest? Oh no, it just finished it off because it's at 200. That screwed with me. I was like, 21? What is that but a possible drop? Okay, well, there we go. There is yellow crown. Thank you for completely spooking me there, my dude. Wonderful colour on this dragon, by the way. You know, no matter how much I complain, no matter how many gripes and issues I have with this game, one thing I have never complained about is the design of the dragons. Kudos to you, art team. So, there is Yellow Crown. I guess we'll hatch him at some stage. Again, we've still got loads and loads and loads of event currency to use. And, we do have... I was just seeing what I had there. We still have the bingo to do, because we're going to get the bonus pieces for Princesso. And I really do want those. So, you know, we're going to do the daily bingo today as well. But it does mean that now, when we're going through the map, we're going to be getting given back water stones. We're going to be getting given back enchantment materials. And pieces for an ancient that we are almost definitely not going to get. But I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'm actually going to take the enchantment materials because, you know, getting bonus divine materials, or I think it's possible to get ancient ones as well, but getting those, always handy. Like, even if you're someone like me that has, what do I have, 5 maxed dragons? I think it's 5. It's like, might as well add more to your team. Don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near as pedantic about collecting food and things like that as I used to be. Back before I had, like, max level dragons, but... do I need a 5? Yes, I do. But... I might need them in future. I might need the food, I might need the mats for something super duper radical cool, dude. In which case, I just want to be ready with it. So, I guess I never really gave my concluded thoughts on the new DRAGONMASTER pass. I like the new dragon. I think he's cute. Am I overall happy about the changes? I'm happy that it seems like they've made it easier, but I'm not happy the fact that they have once again removed the player's ability to influence the game in a substantial way. As in, outside of their timers that they just keep forcing on us. It's like, do you know how much I would grind this game, for instance, if every single dungeon week we didn't have to wait 6 hours between resets? If I could just play the dungeon whenever I wanted, and you know, there's 15 chests max that you can earn every week if you just grind it and get through all 15, then you just get to go through it. I would literally sit here and I would just grind this game for 6+ hours at a time. I guarantee you. It would make me much less likely to, you know, buy gems, which is the reason why all of these things come into the game and they make it so difficult and so annoying. I get why. Doesn't mean I agree with their choice to do it. It's just there's been so many instances of this as of late where it's like, wow, this actually sounds like a good change. Wow, this thing actually sounds cool. Oh, they've destroyed a different part. I'm just wondering, when do we get to the point Or it just doesn't feel like AIDS anymore. Will it ever? I don't even know at this point. We need a 1. Again, what would I change if I could change something? I should not have chosen that blue. I should have chosen purple. Pants. That's what I get for not thinking. But what would I change immediately? I would make it so that we can earn points for hatching dragons. I would make it so that when we re-roll dice, we can't hit the same number as what we've already re-rolled once. Because that would make this feel so much better. Have I seriously not hit a blue 6 yet? It's like we've hit all the greens that we wanted to for the most part, but hitting the purples and blues has not worked. This is an odd bingo today. That's a 5. Yeah, I guess if we go here and then we hit a 2, that'll hit this one. A 2. Have I hit in the middle tile? No, I haven't. Maybe I'll just get that. I'm just gonna get that one out of the way, actually. That is what I'm gonna do. So I was thinking if we hit a 2, get that purple, but I'd rather just hit the middle tile instead, so we'll do that. Yeah, why have you given me a 6 here? Oh well. Okay, we need to prioritize hitting these purples, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need a 6. Wonderful. So we hit a 6 there, and then if we hit a 2 and a 1, sucks that we got a 3, because now I don't want a 3. I don't want a 3. Okay, so we do this, and then now we hit the 2. Okay, again, a little bit of mental gymnastics trying to make our way through these. 2. 2. 2. I'm just gonna stop saying it, maybe it'll help. This is where I just sit here for 10,000 points waiting for a 2 drop. Please, please, please don't do me dirty, game. Game. It's a 2 for a purple, please. Please. Okay, this is getting extortionate now. Don't do this to me. Holy God. Someone hold me. Someone. Save me. Game, are you trying to piss me off? Game! 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 Do I need to start chanting? Do I... Oh my God. I don't even want it now. Well... You know, to anyone that says to me, wow, you're always so lucky, Quack. You're so lucky. Yeah, well, I hope I just made my point. If I go on here, and then we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we hit a 3. So we need the 3 here, but we need the 6 for the blue. I'm not an idiot, I swear. I think that that's correct. Seriously, I'm just sort of really annoyed now. And it looks like it's going to do it again. You see how many 6s we just hit before? Oh boy. I hate everything about this. I hate everything in the world. Oh, well, at least we're getting princess pieces. Haha. Now we need a 1 on a purple. Nope, that's not what I need right now. Stop giving... I was just about to say stop giving me 6s now that I don't need them. Lovely. Can you feel the tension in my voice? I can feel it in my very being. So there we go, 5 enchantment tickets. It's not really worth it. I mainly did it for the princess pieces. But there you go. There's how much you can desperately want a 2 and it give you 200 6s, 700 3s, and literally anything but what you wanted. it's been a pretty negative video so far. Are you feeling any negative I'm feeling some negative vibes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to leave and not look at this game for the next 2 hours and pretend it doesn't exist. That's what I'm gonna do. DML doesn't exist.